thanking the AIOC once again. I will be talking about how do we incorporate the premium lenses in our practice. So in last several decades, we have seen a lot of advancements happening in the surgical techniques, in the machines, and most importantly, the lenses, which we have evolved from the rigid lenses to the foldable lenses, and we had multifocals, we have torics, and now we have the trifocals, ERV, and the EDOF lenses. So the advancement in the technology and the machines have actually made the cataract surgery a refractive surgery. And the goal of refractive surgery is to successfully eliminate the need of prescription glasses and give our patients the full range of vision. So why do we need to incorporate these premium lenses in our practice? I think all of you would agree presbyopia is pain. I am a hyperope myself and ask me, बहुत मुश्किल होता है बिना चश्मे के कुछ भी करना. And I think with increasing lifespan, 60 is the new 40. People are wanting to indulge in different kind of activities at 60 years of age, and they want full range of vision. We are seeing a lot of cataract in younger people because of diabetes, because of steroid intake, because of trauma. There has been invasion of digital devices in all sectors of our life. And I think because of these reasons, all patients deserve multifocality. And if we are focusing on the patient satisfaction, it is very important for us to incorporate these premium lenses in our practice. And most importantly, if we are not offering these to our patients, we'll be left behind because we know that our competitors are. So patients' wish list is kind of non-ending. They want multifocality, they want binocularity, they want full range of vision, they want freedom from glasses without any hassles of glare and halos. So it's so good, you know. Patients' ki wish list bahut unending hai. So it's not 6 by 6, patients want N6 also, and the options that we have to give to them are the enhanced monofocal lenses, the multifocals, the trifocals, the EDOF, the ERVs, and we have toric lenses on all these platforms. So why do we hesitate? The most important reason is the dysphotopsias, the glare and halos which are caused by these multifocal lenses. We also know that there is distribution of light which results in visual compromise due to loss of contrast. And also these lenses do not give 100% freedom from the glasses. The another reason is the amplified problems of these premium lenses if you have a pre-existing dry eye, or if you have a residual cylinder, or if there is a refractive surprise. And then what happens, the post-operative chair time increases, and you end up having a dissatisfied patient. And many times what happens, your dissatisfied patient is not going to come to you, he's going to seek another opinion. So in your practice, you end up seeing dissatisfied premium lenses of other doctors, which make you wonder that is it worth all the headache that we start putting these lenses? And last but not the least, the cost of lenses is very, very important. We know that these lenses are very expensive, not covered by the insurance. Many a times patients have to pay out of their pocket, and when they are paying, they demand a lot. So we have to be careful about these things. So how do we overcome our hesitation, and where do we start? We have to brace ourselves, get the basics right, choose wisely whether it is the right patient, the right formula, or the right lens. As Dr. Deepa very clearly pointed out, that precision for biometry is very, very important. And I think it is very important for us to understand that biometry has to be done on an untouched eye. You have to have minimum of 2 readings for your keratometry to have these premium lenses. Again, as we spoke, that optical has a lot of advantages, but you can still begin your premium lenses practice if you have an immersion biometer also. And if you are in doubt, you can refer your patient, tell them कि आपको एक test करा के आना है, and trust me, they come back with the optical biometry report done from the other center. If you have an optical biometer, you have to look at the angle alpha and kappa to have better optimal results. Now, retinal OCT is something which is a mandate for all my patients who are undergoing cataract surgery, and this can help you pick up subtle EMTs or subtle VMTs or epiretinal membranes, which could be a relative contraindication for these premium lenses. Now again, last thing, you would like to have a patient who has 6 by 6 vision and N6 is complaining of khujli pani. So it's a good idea that you take care of all your MGDs, lubricate them, give them hot compresses. Whenever possible, repeat your biometry before and after treatment of ocular surface disorder to have good results. Now, you have to choose your patients very wisely. So look at the patient profile. Younger patients may be difficult to please. Males are, again, difficult to please. Unilateral cataract, you have to be very, very careful because patient will always be comparing the normal eye with the operated eye. When we talk about refractive errors, I think hyperopes are the best bet. So if you are beginning to implant these lenses, the best bet would be a housewife or an elderly lady who's just going for kitty parties and is a hyperope. That's the safest patient profile that you can choose for. Be careful if you have a fussy patient, and in case of any ocular comorbidities or bad ocular surface, you have to be little wary. The preoperative discussion is something which is of foremost important. You have to tell your patients about the loss of contrast, the issues of glare and halos, prepare them for both eye surgeries in a short span of time for better neuroadaptation, tell them all the pros and cons, do not overpromise. So if you spend sufficient preoperative chair time, trust me, the postoperative chair time will definitely be minimized. And last but not the least, very important to talk about the cost factor, because this is something you have to tell them preoperatively. Last thing you would like that you have done a surgery and patient hasn't paid for these premium lenses. Now, many a times we have these counselors who are very enthusiastic and you want to use कि आपका चश्मा बिल्कुल हट जाएगा. So please warn them to and refrain them from using these words, freedom from glasses. Rather, tell them that they have to be telling about reduced dependency on glasses or maybe increased range of vision. Now, choosing a formula, I have a preference for Barrett. I think Barrett gives very good results, and you have to go in for either first myope or an emetropic power. Talk to the company people; they'll tell you which power to select for a better result. And if you are doing a EDOF lens or a modern day monofocal, maybe you can opt for a mild myopic in the second eye. Now, again, very important, you have to have a lower threshold for toric lenses whenever you are opting for these premium lenses. So even if the cylindrical number is 0.75 or more than that, you have to opt for a toric lens. You have to be proficient with your phaco. This is something which is unsaid when you are beginning your premium lenses. So I'll be quickly running through a few clinical examples. This was a 32 years old male with a unilateral traumatic cataract, a sales representative who drove vigorously, who wanted good range of vision. So I implanted a Vivity lens. And 1 month post-operatively, patient was 6/6 and N10 in the operated eye. The other patient was a 45 years old young lady with the posterior subcapsular cataract, a home baker. She did not drive. She liked to bake and embroider, so I implanted bilateral synergy, and at 3 months post-operatively, her vision was 6/6 and N6. Now, this was an interesting patient, a 67 years old retired IS officer. Her brother had a trifocal lens and was deeply bothered by the halos and glare. She loved to night drive, but she was a big no-no for any kind of trifocal lenses or lenses with rings, though she wanted less dependency on glasses. So again, I implanted a Vivity and a Vivity toric in the other eye. Post-operatively, patient had good 6/6 vision, near was N8. Patient drove comfortably, placed bridge without glasses. In our office, actually these EDOF lenses in your office, the patients are going to read N6, though they require an additional 1.5 when they are at home. This was a 68 years old female, retired principal from school. Again, she loved to drive during the day. She loved to paint and read. So I implanted a bilateral Panoptix lens, and at 3 months follow-up, patient was 6/6 and N6. Initially, though, she complained of glare and halos, which you have to tell to your patient that neuroadaptation will happen, the glare and halo will settle down, and now she's happy. Last example, so this was a pseudophakic one. I operated in 2016 when I was just doing simple cataract surgeries, monofocal lenses. Now he wanted a little better lens, so I implanted an EDOF lens in the other eye. Counseled him, most importantly, not to compare the two eyes. This is very, very important. At 3 months follow-up, he had 6/6 vision, both eyes put together with an N8, drives, uses his GPS, and is very, very happy. So I think EDOF lenses are something which are very forgiving, though they are very expensive, but we have variety of lenses to choose from. They have a good defocus curve. If you have a little off angle alpha and kappa, the retina is little off, maybe still you can go in for these EDOF lenses. They have a very good landing zone. But most importantly, I think, where do we have to say no? This is something we all have to be knowing, because we can't be over enthusiastic and sell all these premium lenses to all our patients. So patients who have retinal diseases, who have advanced glaucomas, who have very large angle alpha and kappa, a very bad ocular surface, are some things which I think I would like to avoid. And again, a very fussy patient, you have to be extra careful. So I think I would like to end by saying that do not hesitate. It's time that you take your plunge, be proficient with your biometry and your surgical outcomes, choose your patients wisely, choose the lens wisely, and you can give your patient a successful outcome. Thank you so much.
Very nice.